everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I'm Sabine. I am astrology111.com. And as regularly, I am giving you an energy upgrade, or not upgrade, update, let's call it that. And looking at the current energy, seeing what's happening psychologically and what the planets are up to and how they are dialoguing and what we might be navigating through. So, looking at this week's astrology, so today is the Wednesday, the 20th of May. We're just going to look for the rest of the week, what's happening, what's unfolding, and into next week, which is already, yeah, well and truly, we're on the way into end of May. It really feels like the time is speeding up and things are happening a lot quicker, but then there is also a cosmic slowdown as well that is giving us a chance to take a breather, smell the roses, not so fast. We don't need to rush anywhere. So, what's happening right now? We have the sun. As you can see, the sun is today at the last degree of Taurus. So, happy birthday, all you Taurians, all you bulls ruled by Venus. There is a lot of sensuality, really engaging with all our senses into life. It's a slow energy. There is a consciousness. It's the first sign of embodiment with Taurus. It's about our value system, our worthiness, yeah, values, what we accumulate, how we relate and connect to the physical realms, what we own, our income. Venus rules money, so we may have had themes around that. Body, money, worthiness, values. So all of that could have been up for us over the last month, but also a slowdown of energies. There is something which I feel we really needed that with the strong Aries energy, with Uranus moving into Gemini, which is speeding up everything. So we need some good Taurian energy to bring us down to earth, connect us to the body, ground us, and have us taking step by step. So tomorrow, 21st of May, we have the sun moving into Gemini, whole new energy. So Gemini season will be opened by tomorrow, 21st of May, for the month ahead. So Gemini is the third sign in the zodiacal wheel. It's ruled by Mercury. It's in relationship to movement. Mercury is the fleet-footed messenger moving from A to B, wheeling and dealing, very social. Mercury was also like a host, inviting people, taking them to Vesta, the goddess of the hearth, of the sacred objects. We always also meet Mercury when we are at a crossroads. He's the trickster god of crossroads, the shaman, the shapeshifter. So Gemini, as we know, there is two sides with Gemini. There is in mythology, Castor and Pollux. One was divine, one was mortal, and they were never able to meet one another. So they always only met when one was descending, the other one was ascending. And there is also pain around that. It's about the connection, the relationship. Gemini is about our first relationships that we have with siblings, with our peers, our early environment, where we're learning to relate. Can we be safe in our relations? Can I express myself freely? Can I speak, communicate? Learn how to give and receive. So Gemini has to do with early relationships and with sibling relationship and where we learn to, asserting our will, being moving forwards as our own unique selves. The third house is also about our immediate environment, our community, and a lot of movement there. So over the next month, things are speeding up, and the sun is connecting for the first time in our lifetime. For the first time in our lifetime, for almost all of us, unless we are older than 85 years of age, The sun is connecting with Uranus over the next day or two for the first time in Gemini. So there is a speeding up of energies, very social. We might have epiphanies, new opportunities coming our way. All of a sudden we got that invite, we got a job offer, there is movement, or we're called to go somewhere, or we just feel like very agile, like the otter in the water moving around. There is also playfulness there. So over the next day, so the energies are moving dramatically, and I feel nothing is ever the same these days. Energies are permanently coming in, moving. We could feel sometimes really overwhelmed by what's going on, and then there is this slowing down again and feel like nothing is happening. So we got a bit of everything. So, but from tomorrow, the sun moves into Gemini. Things are gaining momentum again. So we could find ourselves busier. The nervous system is more excited. So really being very gentle with ourselves, soothing the nervous system where we can, taking step by step, knowing we don't have to rush anywhere. And there is excitement. Uranus coming, the sun, Uranus, there could be sudden insights. There could be great foresight. We have ideas. We want to call in a meeting. We want to gather friends, very social. Mercury is also in Gemini this week, where Mercury moves the quickest in his own sign until the 1st of June. So from now till the 1st of June, there's a quickening of events and moving forward. Also, yeah, really good if we want to cut some deals, we want to sell something, buy something, and yeah, connect with people. Great time to communicate. We want to, yeah, have a beautiful communication, and I feel that's a lot more aligned now. In regards to communicating, in regards to getting together, there is a certain dropping into more of a spirit of gentleness than what we've had with so much Aries. While Mars was in Aries, it was feisty, reactive, and now we have, okay, whoa, I can land within my body. I can give myself the container that I need. I can parent myself better than feeling empowered rather than reactive to whatever is presented in my environment. So we got a lot of opportunities, and we have more of a balance of the elements. So we got a lot of air from as of tomorrow. The sun in the air sign of Gemini, Uranus in Gemini, Mercury in Gemini, boom, 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 quick, quick, quick. It happens. Then we just had Mars moving into Taurus. So a whole brand new energy, Mars in Taurus until the end of June. So yeah, that's a big stretch. Mars in the sign of Venus. So we got Mars in the sign of Venus. Saying that Mars is not as comfortable in the sign. We just had Mars super comfy in the fire sign of Aries, initiating, going for what we want, asserting our will, being impulsive, reactive, warlike. So we also can take a breather and know there is no war. I don't need the war within, the war without. We can drop our sword and be slower. So Mars also wants to assert and move forwards, but in the sign of Taurus, there's a slowing down. There is more of a recap, of feeling into how does it feel in my body? What is my desire nature indicating in my body? Also, Mars in the tarot is the Tower. It's something, because there is something with Mars breaking down. We are burning away what is no longer serving. There is in the tarot, the card of the Tower has the two people falling off the tower as the tower breaks, and rejuvenation in the sign of Taurus. I feel we can rejuvenate our body now. We can really feel embodied. It's a slow energy. We might feel also a bit of a frustration energy at times because we're really slowed down, which I feel is everything always conspires with us, especially as the sun moves into Gemini. It can be hectic. It can be too much for the nervous system. So we need the beautiful Taurian energy, even though Mars is not as comfortable, because Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio, which is the opposite sign of Taurus, where Mars is in his element. Now Mars is in the sign of Venus, reorienting himself. It's like Mars is a guest in the house of Venus, finding his way. And if in doubt, slowing down, being present, saying, okay, I need to think about this, not giving an impulsive, yeah, I can do that, and I'll meet the um meet the expectations by tomorrow and cut ourselves some slack, take it easy. So I'm just going to read out of my book by Dane Rudhyar, An Astrological Mandala, about Mars is now in the second degree of Taurus, where we are right now. And Dan Rudhyar talks about the second degree of Taurus, about an electrical storm, the cosmic power able to transform all the implications of natural existence. Revelation is implied, at least as a potentiality. The consciousness may be deeply disturbed by the visitation, but the substance of the individual being can be fecundated by the experience. Anyway, actually, I don't know this word, doesn't matter. So it's a tremendous power of the soul field, the aspects of a creative word, a higher celestial destiny. So whatever that word means that I don't know, I'll look it up later, or you can tell me what it means. I'm not going to repeat it. And so it's about a power of our soul field. The experience of power can illuminate and shatter us. So I feel it's very relevant with Mars. Mars can shatter us. Mars is our inner warrior. How do we go for what we want? Am I present? Am I pushy? Am I frustrated? Or can I be in that soul field and embodied field of self and observe? Mars in Taurus is more, yes, we are fully engaging with our body, with all our senses in a voluptuous way of creation. And at the same time, we are also, slowing down in the process. So Mars moving through Taurus until the end of June, quite a long stretch. We can embrace that energy, bringing Mars and Venus together. Wherever there is a split between divine feminine and masculine, can we mend that split within ourselves and without ourselves? And also use the energy to really embrace our body, moving the body slowly, however that looks for you, yoga, any kind of movement that's aligned for each individual. Then we also have Venus just moved into Cancer. Venus moves a lot quicker. She'll be there. Also very quick passage till the 1st of June in the sign of Cancer. Venus is also not too thrilled in the sign of Cancer because Cancer is ruled by the moon. There is a softness coming in. Also because Venus is the divine feminine, the lover, energy in the sign of Cancer. We can be more melancholic. We can be more nostalgic, collecting, looking at old photos, having a bit of a cry, feeling, oh, I miss this person. I miss this place where I used to live, and going back a bit in time. We don't want to get stuck though. We don't want to get stuck in the past. Venus in Cancer can contain, hold back, hold in, get stuck. We want to keep moving the energy through a spirit of gentleness. Mars and Venus are in a beautiful sextile, communicating really well with each other. Mars in the sign of Venus, Venus in the sign of the moon. There is softness, greater understanding, awareness, definitely putting down the sword energy, which is much needed. We really need to, have a bit of a slowing down after strong feisty Aries energies. So Venus right now at the 1st degree, 2nd degree of Cancer. Dane Rudhyar says, a man on a magic carpet hovers over a large area of land. The ability to expand one's consciousness by stabilizing one's point of view at a higher level. And what do we have here? So that's the 2nd degree point. of Cancer, moving into the 3rd degree point, the need to overcome stagnation and cold during trial of endurance. So I feel like we did have quite a trial of endurance. We are moving through any kind of stagnation, and I love that. I'm also part of Green Clean nature harmony stations. We are specialized in harmonizing our inner world, our outer world with orgone energy and bringing flow and structure and breaking up stagnation. And I love that Dan Rudier talks here at the early degrees of Cancer about that, breaking up that stagnation. And I feel it's really time, whatever we've been stuck in. And Wilhelm Reich called it, the orgone energy, deadly orgone energy, deadly orgone radiation. Sounds pretty dramatic. Also, Wilhelm Reich was a body worker, psychosomatic worker, and working with people in their stagnation and early trauma that's somewhere stuck in the body. And I feel now is a really good time, also with Mars in Taurus, the sun at the last degree of Taurus, where we can be very aware of our body, what's stuck, what's not moving, what needs to be gently moved through the body, dropping into. Great time for any kind of body work therapies, also over the month ahead. And also for us, really dropping into the spirit of gentleness, the joy of life. We still have the moon in Cancer. She's in Cancer till tomorrow, another 24 hours. Moon in Cancer, where she's soft, where there's feeling. So allowing ourselves to have emotions, have a cry, moving energy in motion through the body. Also, I had the great honor to start my new podcast series, Illumine the Liminal, where I have guest speakers talking about juicy topics that move us, that empower and inspire us. And my first guest was astrologer Gray Crawford. I love Gray for his approach to astrology, with his myth-based, it's poetic. There's a real embodiment and a beauty of a softness of astrology through symbolism, through embodiment, through really letting the symbols and the images unfold and speak, and mythology brings it all to this aliveness. And we were just talking about the topic of Chiron, the wounded healer, moving into Taurus. Chiron's return is near. Chiron is at the end, the last degree points of Aries. There's a healing, a wounding of inner masculine, feminine, of how we assert ourselves, our survival mode, a sense of separation. Who am I? Am I part of all of this? Did I choose to be here? And yes, we did. And where do I feel separate? Where do I feel abandoned, rejected? So there's still great healing opportunities with Chiron moving into the sign of Taurus, where Chiron was discovered 50 years ago, on the 1st of November, 77. And we will get a little glimpse this year until early September, when Chiron stays from the 20th of June in the sign of Taurus, bringing up the physicality, inviting us to come back to nature, our inner nature, outer nature, nature's principle as the guiding force, simplicity, slow down, stability through grounding, body work, healing. It's all up for a renewal of spirit and the shaman within. Anyway, I'll leave you with this. I feel we have powerful astrology this week. Again, there is movement and also the gentleness to really be present while we are moving. There's nowhere to be to go fast. There is nowhere to ever be. And we don't have to push for what we love, for what we want. It always does it come to us organically. We can look at it and say, well, is my life, are situations unfolding organically, or do I feel like I want to contact that person again? I've now tried 3 times, they still haven't gotten back. Or can we step back and say, okay, if it aligns, it aligns. I'll just do what makes my heart sing for the moment. and also find that detachment, which Gemini is really good in showing us to detach, take a breather, breath work, air sign, very much aligned. All right, I'll leave you with this. And is there anything I want to look into? Also, Mars in Taurus is coming into a square to Pluto. Again, this is a feisty energy. If we feel the buildup again of stagnation, of stuck energy, can we move it? Can we be gentle and, yeah, allow the bottom of the barrel stuff to come up? The sun will come in a trine with Pluto, so there's great healing potentiality. And yeah, we are it. We're doing it. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. Thanks so much for listening, sending lots of love. Thanks for following me. Check out my latest interview with beautiful Gray Crawford, astrologer, and follow his follow his contents, teachings, Patreon. He has an eye for beauty and it shows in his work. Thank you so much for following me as well. Check out astrology111.com. Get in touch, book a reading with me. I'm here to guide, assist, answer your questions to the best of my abilities. Thank you so much. Bye for now.